in the thing?
Can't do it because we're going live.
Should I pull it up here?
Yeah. Just pull it up to the spot.
What's wrong, bro?
I'm tired.
What you did all day?
I've been going meetings all day.
Okay.
My first meeting was at 8:30, and I didn't stop until right now.
Sit down, man.
You sure you want to do this today?
Yes.
Are you going out of town tomorrow?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to you.
Sent you the link.
Atlanta for the week.
Atlanta.
For a week?
For the rest of the week. You send it to me, Kevin?
I did. Let me know when I should start recording.
How many people are in there?
Nobody.
Just send it to him.
Can we have a conversation about the video at some point, Josh?
40 boys. Yeah. Ready?
No. Do you have strong opinions about Melissa Ford?
I'm taking the high road.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we're on audition.
We got time for Dash Radio.
I just didn't like.
All right.
It was just
Link
more
is
fun.
out.
Just more
So
fun.
can you scoot over so we can play to the same camera at once?
Got you.
You know, it's funny. The audience on that Breakfast Club it didn't really register to them.
What she was talking about?
Yeah.
Well, that's not even the full Breakfast Club, right? Or was that the Breakfast Club? Or was that just like a side situation?
No, it's Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
She's trash, right?
Kick her. I'm about to start working. What's that?
Oh, you're recording. Oh, no, I'll tell you later.
Get a cookie.
Looked at this guy?
What's wrong?
No, you can.
You're ugly. There's nothing you can do about it. With
Actually, that might work.
Man, yeah, hey, it's not bad it is, man.
So it'll kind of look like you're. Look at this one.
That's cool.
Okay, all right.
I just don't want to be looking off one way or the other. If I'm not staring directly in the camera.
I wasn't thinking because you're talking to this one. This one is just ancillary. So talk to this
You're in
one.
the game, Gons. All right, let's see if people come in.
17.
Hey, Whitney. I was not prepared for y'all to go live at 9 a.m. or 9 o'clock p.m. Atlanta time, but hey, girl. Angelica Mister. She's like the best.
Angelica Mister.
She's like #1 Kev on Stage fan.
Shout out to her. How many people's up in here?
I can tell. Hello, everyone.
41.
How come they don't tell me what I'm watching? They not tell me. I want you knowing it.
46.
I thought I got a couple curveballs this episode too.
Should I start recording?
Yeah.
You got curveballs.
We having curveballs, man.
You got snowballs.
Man, snap out of it, man. You want me to hug you?
I'm not sad. I'm tired and hungry. I ordered beef stew from Vallarta and gave me 2 beefs. I'm like, bro, where the beef at?
There's two little nugs.
It was 90%. First of all, I pointed to the one that had the creamy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me the one with the water sauce. And then like 2 little chunks of meat, mostly corn and vegetables.
Why they playing with you, man?
Man? I want what used to be alive.
They be acting like it's coming out their check.
Yeah,
Man,
they got me in a bad mood.
Oh my
Anyway, should we talk about Dave Chappelle?
God. We can talk about that. I haven't watched. Have you watched it?
I saw it.
I gotta watch it first.
Man, yeah, how you gonna
Bro,
talk
how
about
you
it?
can't get excited talking about something
You
you're gonna
are
watch?
absolutely right.
This is what gets you in trouble, man. It's the whole
You
reason.
be having strong opinions about stuff you haven't seen.
Like, oh, we're gonna talk about it. Did you see it?
I enjoyed it.
Always fearless in his,
What'd you think, Kev? Without spoiling.
Dave Chappelle's not been the greatest to me like that. He's not even in my top
the
5.
thing is, it's dope what he speaks on because you get it. This one was
listening to it, Chief?
No, but this one was offensive. But like he had a couple jokes, like the
I think my biggest takeaway from Dave Chappelle
was it the heroin joke.
Hold on 1 second. They're asking. So we're about to put a drop up. They're asking why it's not up on audio sites. We just switched our audio provider, so we're gonna put up a link so you can find the new stream. Matter of fact, as soon as we leave here, I'll export it out. So tonight we switched over, so you'll be able to find it. Sorry about that. And we probably need to post that like 2 or 3 times, so people who miss, like, I ain't heard.
So how do they do it? So
basically, the RSS feed how do you explain this? Okay, when you make a podcast, you have a hosting platform. Your hosting platform says, hey, here's this show. Apple comes and scrubs for Righteous and Ratchet. You give it this feed. Apple comes and scrubs for a new show, like, oh, here's Righteous and Ratchet. It just like
then it puts it at,
and then it says, oh, this belongs here, and then it blasts it out. So we've switched where this is. So now it's like here. So Apple's like searching our old thing.
Oh, so it would have automatically corrected itself after a few weeks where people wouldn't have to do it?
No.
Why did it work for Dear Kev so quick?
Because
it was
we never had
it was
Kev
a
on
new.
the
There was
other
no
place.
transfer. So Love
Yeah,
Hour's
so we
gonna
basically moved and didn't tell nobody. We had no forwarding address yet. So you got to stuff your work for
so
it.
Love Hour's gonna have that same issue.
Right. So if Serena published the Love Hour on Buzzsprouts this episode, it's gonna go to the old place, and it won't show up on Audio Boom. So
I shouldn't post it on Buzzsprout.
Love Hour?
No, the Rise and Ratchet for this week.
No, we're gonna put it on Audio Boom.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that's why you guys haven't found it yet. You will be able to find
It's on
it.
Facebook. It's on Facebook and YouTube.
So what does the audience have to do?
They're gonna have to resubscribe to a different.
If they listen to it on different places than YouTube and Facebook, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
If they listen to the audio platform only.
Oh,
it's
because
gonna
the
be a different
audio is
place to
affected.
find it.
Yeah.
Only the audio.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know
YouTube
that.
and Facebook's fine.
Well, we're gonna post the link to the new spot.
Got it.
Right.
Got you.
And we need to repost that like 2 or 3 times on Buzzsprout. Like if you're missing Ratchet and Ratchet episodes, they're here.
We
now.
should post a link in our swipe ups too.
Yes.
Or just post it in the swipe up.
That's a good idea, Doughboy.
Cool.
All right.
I want to add something to that.
Okay, let's kick it off. DoBoy has some very, very.
We gotta
serious
start the
stuff.
show off right. What's
That's
wrong
what I'm
with
saying.
you?
What's going on, man? I know it's been a long day,
Jeez.
Kev, but we're all here now.
Man, but we praying first. I'm praying.
I'm not
we praying this
sad.
out. I got
Grab
it.
his hand like that.
Good energy.
Interlock.
All right.
There we go.
He went all in on the
Come on,
interlock.
man. Toxic masculinity, man.
No.
We're praying.
People don't interlock.
We're
on
talking
the
to
prayers.
God.
Nah, God like, wait, don't interlock.
All right, come on.
And I'm on
Lord,
top.
that's a whole thing. Okay.
And let
Lord.
me have my thumb on the outside.
Oh, my.
Now I got all the control of the prayer.
Lord, we come to you humbly and diligently, just
Humbly.
coming to you and asking you to just fill the room with your grace. Help us to go in here, Lord. Remove every other thought that is in either one of our mind, any troubles of today, anything coming up soon, Lord. We want to give the Patreons the righteous and ratchet episode they deserve. Help us to be funny. Help us to not talk over each other. Help us to hit our R&Rs every time we got to hit those. Thank you for the ability to do what we love and to make people laugh and bring joy to their day. These and all other blessings we ask in your son, Jesus' name.
These and all other dressings.
Set up. See, don't you feel better already?
I do.
Okay.
And let me tell you why I'm tired.
Okay,
Before,
what's
so
up?
y'all understand, I try to grab my energy back.
Okay.
Today was a doozy of a day.
Did you just use the word doozy and you're a black man?
I'm a what?
You're a black man? You use the
Yeah,
word
dude.
doozy?
Yes. I had a breakfast meeting with a writer who wants to develop a show for me.
You out here working with other writers?
Hold
man?
on, man. You're just gonna drop other
Really?
people outside of Kevin on Stage Studio?
Really, Kev? That's what we're doing? Your boy Doughboy?
TV network. People who are
Wow,
do
it'd
shit.
be your own on stages.
You ain't been produced nothing on TV.
I
yet.
just
I'm gonna
got-
get you in the writers room when we get it picked up, man. You gotta work your way up. You ain't ready. You ain't got the credits.
But you know I got the moxie.
Nah, man. We neither of us know how to write at this level. That's not shade. We are inexperienced. So that meeting went great. David Arnold actually teed that up. I'll tell you one thing I learned about Hollywood. Have a lot of friends.
Yes.
Have people who speak highly of you.
We're going to talk about
we'll
such
go.
things.
We're
We're gonna talk about friends.
So
we're
went
going
in
to talk
there,
about it.
went to shoot.
David So?
Oh no, went to UTA, had a meeting about a scripted podcast, had a great idea that they loved. Pitched them.
You didn't bring me to the minute about another
You've
podcast.
been throwing the head of production in, man. I don't understand. Where are we working at,
I
man?
gotta go prepare a place for us to all go, man. I'm
be
gonna
a-
be the trailblazer.
It'd be your own Kevons, man. Oh, man.
Then went and shot David So's podcast way out in Glendale.
Oh.
And then went from Glendale all the way back to Beverly Hills
To do what?
for another meeting with MGM.
So wait,
that's
no,
another
so
meeting.
now
They
you
were
got
like-
another meeting and you ain't want to bring your boy Doughboy or Josh Edgy?
No. So anyway, first of all, I did not know MGM produced so much television that we watch. Shark Tank. What's that show on this singing show that's not American Idol? That's good with
America's
Adam
Got Talent?
Beat Kazam?
No.
No, that they too got that too. Beat Shazam.
Beat Shazam.
When they turn the chairs around when the people sing good.
The Voice.
The Voice. Black Ink. They produce black ink.
Black ink?
Dope
Oh,
boy
now
shirt.
you're talking?
I,
Now you're talking some stuff.
I told them. So then, like, had to come all the way back here. So most of the time was like sitting in traffic, being exhausted. But you know, when you have those meetings, you got to be on.
Quit being out here being successful.
The agency set that up?
In your
You see
Except
it?
the David So thing. So our meeting got canceled, so I wanted to.
proud of you, man. And you're still here to do this with us today.
Yeah, because don't nobody care about all that.
Yeah, man, we gotta still be
So
here.
let's
Well, with no further to do, I am your boy DoBoy.
We already introduced ourselves.
We didn't do our song and all of this stuff.
We did.
No, we didn't.
We did it.
No.
We ain't.
What's
What
going
the
on,
fuck,
man?
Today?
We just
Listen.
prayed.
Oh.
Lord, we ask your favor to get favor of concentration, Lord, to get our minds clear, to understand the cameras are on, Lord. It is showtime. It is not a game. Let us step up and stay clear for this hour. These and all of the blessings we ask in your son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, man.
Get it together.
Amen.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right, what up? This is your boy DoBoy.
Wow.
And we gonna wake this little sleepy boy up, starting off to the right with another installment of Righteous and Ratchet. This is a bonus, and we are gonna talk about people who are talking about me on the Breakfast Club. I don't know why I said my name, but we gonna talk about it today.
KB said this is a bonus episode. We don't need the whole intro.
Oh man, whatever, man. Let us do what we
After
do.
all
Woman. KB Damson is a woman.
Okay, let us do what we do, man.
All right, DoBoy, tell her why you are subset.
All right, so some of y'all
You
might
don't
have.
have to take the I road with the right pack.
Huh?
You can take the dough road.
We can keep it a buck
This is
here.
a private link.
A friendly a buck.
Yeah, this ain't gonna come in. You can say how you feel. It's the family talk. This is Thanksgiving.
We might drop it. We got the other camera going. I don't know.
No,
But
we
feel
gonna-
how you feel.
Yeah, because it's a certain code we govern ourselves to. So I'm gonna keep it on Harmon.
Okay.
All right. So a lot of y'all were asking because there was a Breakfast Club. So actually, what I want to do is actually apologize to the Right Pack and apologize to you, brother Kev, you, brother Josh. When we were here, because you actually got upset. But can you turn the
There's a lot of buzzing going
You're
on.
doing it. What? Do you not know where you
You want to
are?
put on a napkin
I'm
so it
looking
doesn't
at the
vibrate?
comments.
Can you turn the volume off so we don't
It's
hear it go?
off.
Boom. We just heard it vibrate.
But that's it's on silent.
Do you want to put it on a purple cushion so we don't hear the
Yeah.
vibrate?
Go. Okay. All right. So I want to apologize to the whole family. There we go. Josh, you're so good at what you do.
I try, man.
All right. So I wanted to apologize to everybody because you know this is what we do and we take this very seriously in y'all the family. There was a point you had got mad at me. Do we need to do this another day?
No.
Come
What
on.
can I do?
He
It's just
leaves?
very softer.
Okay.
That's
get
where
up.
that's what DoBoy said. So
Smell like
that.
butt.
But. All right. So basically, there was a point in the episode that we shot with Tony into here, and I was in my phone,
Yeah.
and you got upset with me. You got very upset with me.
Oh,
Visibly, more than normal. It was a little spicy because but at the same time, you were correct because I'm at work. I'm on my phone. Why am I on my phone? Let me tell you why I'm on my phone because I kept getting my phone kept going off, and even though it was on silent like yours should be, I kept seeing I was getting mentioned on Instagram and Twitter.
And you don't be getting mentioned on Twitter like that.
My
'Cause you
numbers
don't be
aren't
on
crazy
Twitter
like
like
that.
that. Well, and you don't be tweeting.
I don't tweet like that. I'm not
You
even
eat
really
like that, but you don't
Shut
tweet.
up. I'm not even a huge social media guy for the most part. Like, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. I do what I can do. So I'm looking down and people are saying, I look at the comments and somebody's like, yo, Melissa Ford better put some respect on your name. So I'm like, I don't know what this person's talking about. I scroll again and I see Melissa Ford is talking about you on the Breakfast Club throwing shade.
Yeah.
So mind you, I'm on air, and all I see is Melissa Ford talking about you. I don't know what is being said, so I'm just like, because I've never had anything but great interactions with Melissa Ford. Never had an issue with her or anything. So I was just like, what? I'm thinking scrambling because like right around the time that I worked with them, because they do a show. So basically, for anybody that doesn't know, Melissa Ford. She's an actress. She used to be a video vixen. She used to be in a lot of videos, but now she currently is on a podcast. I believe that's what they call it. With another guy named Jason Lee and some other guy. I believe his name is DJ Carnage. They have a show called Hollywood Unlocked.
Carnage is on it?
He said,
I
believe
think.
it.
I don't. It might not be Carnage.
I
Don't
was
get me
gonna
wrong.
say, Carnage is
Drama?
a big deal.
It's not DJ Drama. It might not be Carnage. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say because
I don't know who the
pretty,
third person
he
is.
actually
It's
helped
another
break
person.
Damage.
Damage.
Oh, DJ. Okay,
Yes.
he used to be on Real 92.3.
Right. So yeah, they want to cause any damage with that. See what I did there?
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, so they have a platform called Hollywood Unlocked. They cover a lot of entertainment, pop culture stuff. That's what they do. I actually was on their show back in the day. I was their first co-host. That was my first venture into radio. So I wanted to show you guys, since we are on here and this is not the produced up version, I'm just going to show you exactly what she said, how she said it, and then we can go from there. Josh, you want to
turn all the way up?
Okay. Josh, you want to zoom in on it?
You can't zoom.
I mean, you can
Okay.
Just play it close.
I try and hold it close if you like.
So is this like a 2-minute clip?
They really
'Cause I
only
want
need to hear
give
it.
some. Huh?
They really only need. I'll
Okay.
hold it, but they really only need to hear it.
Because DJ Damage came on the show later than you did. How many
DJ
hosts did you
Damage.
guys have to go through? Because we talk about chemistry and how difficult that is. Until you guys came to the three of y'all, this is it.
Well, Jason didn't have any radio experience, and but he'd done, kind of like a show with you and Claudia Jordan. It was called The Funeral. Yeah. And Lil Mo, was it?
Little Mo was
Lil
on
Mo was
there.
on there.
Yeah.
My God, that show would have been a train wreck.
That pilot was. That pilot.
Reckless.
I hope they burned
What's
up
the
the audio from that.
Oh no,
pilot.
it's still available. Trust me. I heard it
Pull
recently.
that up.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna come back to haunt you.
He's nervous.
But Jason was actually pretty quiet in it because trying to get a word in edgewise while you and Claudia
I'm playing
Jordan
this
were
all for
talking
context.
was almost impossible.
That was supposed to be you though.
Really?
Yeah, I remember Jason saying.
Hold on. Group chat's going up. I
It
don't
was
know
probably
what they're
because
talking
it was
about.
probably because I lived here.
I don't know what they're
at the
talking about
time,
in
or
there.
something.
Gotcha.
I don't know. It was or I was doing Blood, Sweat, and Heels, or I don't know, something. But
And you had radio experience.
yeah, so that's where we
Just
met.
the beginning of
Our
it?
little love
Is it?
affair began,
Yeah.
over at Sirius Radio. So when we decided to do the podcast, I said we need somebody who's completely different from us. Let's get a comedian, so we can kind of break things up. Somebody who has knowledge in sports, definitely a guy. And so we started interviewing comedians from All Def Digital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they
Who else
brought
did
a
they-
whole bunch of them
we'll
in,
go
and
back
so
to
we picked out this guy named Doughboy.
Dope boy.
Yeah, he flamed out in about 5 episodes.
What happened?
I guess
Flamed out.
my perception of it, he was concerned with his career, and elevating it and moving through the ranks of, comedy and whatnot. But I don't think that he really understood the opportunity,
Because it is a grind at first.
it is a
Tell the
real
group
grind.
chat to
You're
shut
not
up.
promised anything. When you start podcasts, there's no money in that.
Right.
There's zero money
There's a
in
lot of
podcasting.
commitment and no money.
Exactly. There's zero money in podcasting until you have an audience,
that's good.
and then you're talking about something
Okay.
niche.
So-
You know what I mean? Like if you're
So-
talking about.
Sorry about that. I didn't know my phone was going to be.
It's okay.
going
I
off like that.
worked out my arms
Okay.
this morning. They were shaking.
So, what was your initial thoughts when you saw? Because I'm sensitive salad. How did it feel off just your first watch?
Okay, so in context, Doughboy's text to the group chat is Melissa Ford shaded me, right? And I listened to it and I was just like, me and Tony agreed.
You didn't
Like,
feel it?
I don't feel like it was shade. I feel like that is kind of exactly what happened. You were
Right.
like, I don't even know. At the time you were doing it, you were telling me it was a radio show. So I think it kind of morphed into a podcast.
Right.
But like, she basically said, like, you were seeing your career,
Mhm.
you didn't see the value or the bigger picture of the potential. It was unpaid, and you decided to do what you thought was best for your career and exit the show. I feel like the part that upset you, which I understand, is her saying you flamed out. Because flamed out kind of has a
Negative connotation.
A negative connotation of like he didn't really want to do it. He
Like he
flamed
gave
out.
up.
Right.
Yeah,
or
but I
he didn't
feel like-
make it, or he didn't
Yes.
cut the mustard.
Yes, cut the honey mustard. But I feel like what happened is what happened. Because I
Right.
remember you being like, bro, like, because also it's in Hollywood, so getting there.
Oh no, so I'll break all that
Okay.
down. So with me and how I always, I wasn't, and that was the thing. So like I was getting a bunch of hit up by a bunch of people like you're being shaded. So my first reaction when I saw it was I'm looking for shade and anything that looks
'Cause it's
remotely
framed up.
exactly because I'm already
Yeah.
thinking somebody said something not so positive about me. But after I watched it over a couple times, I was like, okay, like I got over it. But let me just explain what it was. And now I will get. And we didn't even plan this pre-show. I will timestamp this and facts and things that you know and dates that you know because you don't lie. You're a stand-up guy. You're a straight.
I lied to myself about eating
Right,
right.
exactly.
Working
That's-
out.
that's
I had
the
a
extent of
milkshake
it.
at Good Burger yesterday.
So this was around
Yeah,
the time.
You went back to Good Burger?
Yeah, because I had a meeting over there.
Good Burger?
It
was a pop-up.
I was at a Showtime.
Did you do a good workout?
I did.
Threw it out.
First of all, the milkshake is this big. It was $11.
Well, they tripping.
Bro, you
I
paid
almost went there. I
$7 for
almost went there. So I'm
nostalgia.
glad I didn't.
And then Melissa's like, I'm hungry. I was like, I just had the milkshake. She's like, you want to eat ribs? And I was like,
But see, she be getting you into that because she ain't finna gain no weight.
and then 2 days ago, we both hungry. I'm going for Greek yogurt and granola. You know what she said?
What?
Man, we should get boba tea. And I'm like,
Sugar and milk, man.
I'm convinced you have to move out for 6
and
months.
jelly.
You gotta move out for 6 months and just eat nothing but kale and chicken breast and work out.
I won't.
It's the only way you can do it.
Sorry, we're
all right, okay. So anyway, so back to the story. So yes, so let's talk about it. And no, and after I was able to think about it, I'm cool. I wasn't offended in the least. So this is what happened. They came to me, and I think that it was maybe communication is more than anything. Because at the time, I am a full-time employee at All Def Digital. I was a full-time employee, and there was a person, I won't say that person's name, that had brought them around. You know who?
I don't know.
We'll talk about it. You don't need to wait.
I'll tell you. You know.
You came real close to my ear.
Yeah. So there was a young lady who used to like corral talent for All Def. Yeah. So my understanding, and mind you have to also understand, is what we were doing at All Def around the time. It's 2016. This is right around the time we're about to shoot the studio. The first time when we had when we were going to shoot it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even YouTube. So at the time when they came to me, and mind you, my job came to me with them. They didn't. It ain't like I went through Google looking for a job. They come to All Def and they're like, we need some guys. I believe Teddy Ray read for it. Tahir might have, I don't know, but it's different people. So I'm assuming my job knows what's up. Y'all know, I'm thinking they had a conversation. So then when they started, they're like, we're going to shoot it. It's just 1 day a week, be an hour, right here in Hollywood. So I'm like, in my mind, because it was kind of like a loose atmosphere, but like I can figure that out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because once they picked me, I was cool. And I wanted to get in the radio, so I was definitely down to do
you
it.
auditioned?
Huh? I had to be, I had to go and do a chemistry test with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So then once they picked me, I was like, oh, cool, perfect. This is great. So then we started off. We did a couple episodes. The episodes were cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all had good chemistry together. It was good. It was moving. But then this was at the time where content and different guys at All Def needed me there. So it was like, and then it was to a point where, so that's what happened. It started to become more than just the once a week. It was, hey, we're shooting a different thing for promo. Can you come? We're going to be there Thursday from 2 to 7. And I started missing work. And so then I had to come to you because you're my supervisor and my superior at the time. And, you know, and All Def used to be loose and let us do stuff, but then it was like, DoBoy, you're being gone a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that is a true, I'm not lying about that, right? So even when I came to you, and when we had to have the conversation, it was just like, man, I need me. It's like, we're in the middle of trying to do a studio. You're the writer. You're in it. You can't be gone like this. What is it about this show that you want to do? How much are you making? If I'm not even making any money. It's like, I had to make a decision. I was like, I have a full-time job. I can't neglect my full-time job to go work. So it's not like I didn't see the potential or the value. It's just I had a job.
You didn't see the potential or the value.
Well, yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean like everybody is making a cost-benefit analysis.
Right.
Am I going to risk, because you've done that in your life,
right.
when you quit ADD and came here, you gave up actual money for something you believed in.
Right.
So I feel like the part that made you upset is the notion that you're money driven.
Exactly. Because you know that exactly.
If you're money driven,
you're right.
And you're not.
Because I'm not.
So that's
why it bothered me.
She's like, you didn't see the big picture because
I didn't even put that together in my head. That's really why it bothered me, because I don't care about money at all.
You work for the cause more.
Exactly. I'll spend my money to build some dope. I didn't even think about that.
And that's what it was. But like, I feel like it was really interesting for her to like that's a good
I think it was more of the tone and how it sounded.
When you feel like people have assaulted your character,
it hurts me.
You react and
plus,
that's not unusual. Because somebody would say, the person I got into it with was like, Kev's Uncle Tom. He sold me out. Like, bruh, you could call me a lot of stuff.
Right. But don't call me
but don't ever infer that I have sacrificed, or I'm not sacrificed, have capitalized off somebody else's work and sold them or put them under the bus. Like, because
you take pride in that.
And that's what I said in this situation. I was like, bro, even before this industry, when I was at the bank, you couldn't even say that about me. Right. So I'm not saying, you.
Right, but I know, but that's very, you actually know me very well, because I didn't even know why it bothered me, that much. And that was the thing, because literally the last time I thought about Melissa Ford, I prayed for Melissa Ford. Literally.
Lord,
she was in.
Chance to be
I prayed for Melissa Ford because she was in an accident. And she was off her job for some months.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so, like, when I heard about that, because, like, she always been super nice to me, whatever. So I was just like, Lord, help her get through this. She battled back through it. She's back on her job. They just got picked up by iHeartMedia.
Oh, really?
Salute! Yeah, that's why they were all on like kind of like making their announcements. Like they just got picked up by iHeartMedia.
They had Wendy Williams on there.
Right, so that's why I'm just like salute to y'all. Like I got
Yeah,
nothing but
tripping.
love and respect for
And
y'all.
I don't
So
remember you ever saying
I've
like
never
after
said
that
anything
you
about
never
that.
had a negative.
it was so short. It was 5 episodes. It was, you know what I mean. So and it was just I felt bad.
5 episodes?
5 episodes.
You really did flame out.
Yeah. She was absolutely right in the long run. So so yeah, that's all it was. But shout out to everybody over there at Hollywood Unlocked. Congratulations on your success with your new deal with iHeartRadio, and I hope that everything keeps booming, and I hope that opens doors so people like us can get deals at big spots and live our lives and all that good stuff. So yeah, so that was a good clear up
Yes.
of that.
In other news, you said you had a curveball.
I did have a curveball. I want to talk to you about this. I have been struggling a lot lately, personally, on a personal level. And I think I have finally, through self-awareness, started to learn about my disease, my addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very interesting. I wanted to share it with you on our platform. So, being on vacation, the end of the tour,
Amsterdam.
yeah, the last couple of weeks of tour were very, very rough on me because we're out at vacation places and we're seeing people vacation. When you see people vacation, it's a lot of drinking, a lot more drinking than I'm used to being around. And I didn't even know that this was happening. I don't know if you noticed this, but I knew something was awry when Jason had said something to me, and I don't know what, and his wife had said something to me. I don't know, Tammy. I don't know why I forgot her name randomly. Okay. They both came up to me like, "Dog, like you drinking a lot of soda, like you good, like you cool." Mm-hmm. And like, you know, my first reaction was, "Well, shut up," like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about what I'm drinking. But
I'm worried about what's in my cup.
Exactly,
It's my cup.
It's my cup. So I didn't really trip. But then, like, even when I got home, like, and even like with normal stuff, like with eating and with drinking soda, like I normally have my little days off, but like I was donuts, cake,
You win.
pizza,
Ice cream.
and I didn't know why I was doing it. And I'm just like, and then like clothes start feeling a little different. Got on the scale, like, wait, you're lying. Shot the scale, but you know what I'm saying. So
That's
Shoot the scale. Shoot the scale.
That is the joke.
Yeah. I meant to do it the other night.
You just gotta work it out.
Right.
Do it again.
Yeah, I'll go back right now.
Shoot you dead.
Tell the truth. You lie to me. I'll take the batteries out of it. You'll never read another number again.
So, you know, and I was noticing that, so I was just like, okay, like whenever it starts to get too real, I start to go back and unpack stuff because I was thinking about drinking every single day. And it was
You do it again without calling.
I know, but
You
listen.
do it again.
I got you.
No, you do it again.
I got
We
you.
done talked about this before.
We did.
And what did you do? What did I say?
You said
And what did you do? And I wasn't even out the country.
You was.
Do it again.
I got you.
You got a sponsor?
Yes.
Did you call them?
Yes, I do have a sponsor. And you're on my kill list, the 3 people.
Have you been going to meetings?
I haven't.
What's your problem?
I don't. That's what I'm
You
trying
think
to
you can do it by yourself? That's what your problem
I
is.
think you should.
You can't do this alone, man. You hear me? You got a support system for a reason.
I got you. Let me finish the
I'll
story.
kill you before I let you kill yourself. You want to drink up? Boom, you're dead. Ha! You won't be no alcoholic in front
I
of
kill
me.
you before I let you kill yourself? That's hilarious.
I'll take your life before you take it yourself. You hear me?
So I finally.
DoBoys dead. Why? Because I killed him. He thought about drinking. Did he drink? Well, no, not yet. But he thought about it. He got a daughter. Well,
I'm a man of my word, okay? I don't know, man.
all the way through.
You know he's going to prison. That is illegal. But he won't drink again now on my watch. He won't leave. And my kids also not no father.
So this is what it is. I cracked the code on it. I won't relapse based on anybody ever being like, "Yo, man, come on, man, have a drink." That's not my problem. This was the problem. Me seeing seemingly very normal people drink, and then this is what the voice starts. It's like my mind is trying to outsmart me. So then my mind knows, well, we can't get him if somebody tries to influence him to have a drink, or if he's at a club, he won't go to clubs. He's too smart for that. But when I see people drinking, and then like I'm just like, these are the voices that start to happen. You can drink. See, you're seeing people. People drink regularly all the time. That's your thing. You just can't balance. Focus on bro. I've been having mental warfare with myself, and then that's when I noticed, because I couldn't drink and I wouldn't drink, and I'm 644 days still and counting. I picked up on my other vices.
Another transfer.
So now it's like I can't
So
drink.
from
Now I'm gonna go
to
eat
alcohol
now,
to
soda.
sugar.
You know what I'm saying? And I would smoke time and time, like from time to time, because I never felt like a danger. And when I say smoke, I mean weed. So I would do that from time to time, and just like as a I don't have a problem with this. But then even that, like it was just like I was doing that more, and then I started to be like, "No, you need to get back to what got you here. What's happening is you're starting to feel like since you've had some successes that you can circle it back, like you can go back and be like everybody else. You can't." And I feel like the more days I get under my belt sobriety, the more comfortable I'm starting to feel and think that I can go back to something that I know that I can't go back to. And it's like it was just
Justin
really,
Williams said this too. Are you in therapy?
No.
So you...
Just be patient.
I want to sock you.
That's why I said be patient before you got that word out. You still got that word out. Because we talked about this.
You have got to give yourself the best chance for success. What happens is me and Josh, your friend group loves you, right? But we are not equipped to help you through this part of the process.
Right.
The reason why those meetings are invaluable to you is because all we can do is say, I'm not going to get drunk around DoBoys, right? But we can't, that thought process that you're going through, we don't think that. Like when we were in New Orleans, I didn't even notice how much people drink in New Orleans because it's not like...
It's not your thing.
It's not a thing for me. Like when you said it, I was like, oh, you know what? A lot of people do drink out here.
And that's after the fact. DoBoys locked up in the room
all
day. He's like, man, I just want to sleep all day. But if there's an underlining thing and we don't, because we don't understand, like I said, because those aren't things that we're looking at. That's that's that hyphen able. You know what I mean?
Yes. Because it's not an issue for us, so we don't see the world through that. But you are basically suffering in silence.
And no, but this is another thing this is another thing that I know, and this is another thing that happened. Family member sends me like this long text message, upset me. But then once again, what just happened?
What?
I just turned 40. This is another family event.
Yeah.
I'm not around my family, and
Trigger City.
It's happening. It's like, so with that being said, I think I'm going to officially start going back to AA meetings until I can get back into therapy, and then I might go back to both. I'm going back at this, like this is back to my first day in rehab, so I will have to have a first day back in rehab, if that makes sense. Like that's what my thing was, is like, you trying to keep this too pretty, you trying to keep this too cute, you trying to think that you can do things, go places that you can't go, that's gonna be the ungluing of you. Understand that this, like, everybody else might be able to drink 10 bottles. You're allergic to alcohol, you do it, your throat swells up, you metaphorically.
Right.
So that's what I have to get back to, but bro, I was suffering through that, like, and I just did it. And then plus it was just like pressure with different stuff, my daughters moving in, it's just like a bunch of stuff.
The one thing I feel like you have to give yourself so that you can succeed, and this is me too, I'm not exempt from this, you have to give yourself the tools to defeat the root issue. You have not defeated the root issue. Right? You've dealt with some of the symptoms, right? But you haven't dealt with the thing that made you start drinking in the first place. You conquered the actual not this. But the thought that got you to there, you haven't conquered that. And you may never conquer that because it's an ongoing thing, right? You told me that. You know, you guys, it's a day-by-day battle. You are just trying to hit the pillow sober every night. But if you don't hit the triggers, like one thing you told me, which again I hadn't thought about, you were saying, I think it was Cinco de Mayo, you went out for dinner that day. And it was happy hour city, people had went out to drink, so you're like, okay, now I know. So now Labor Day, right? So now I'm like, man, I'm gonna have a party at my house on Labor Day. People drink. So now you're in a catch-22. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen to you. Here's how you're stuck. I can, which I don't really drink crazy heavy anyway, but I drink even less if I'm around you, if at all. So you're screwed either way in this thing, and this is why I can't help you. If I don't invite you, because I know people are gonna be drinking, you're gonna be on my story like, this Kev done had a party.
It's the big FOMO.
It puts us both in catch-22.
Right. if I have a party and I don't drink and everybody else is drinking around you, now you're like, man, look at all these people having a good time. I associate having a good time with drinking. So now, no matter, or if I don't have a party and I'm out of town, this is what happened the last time I was out of town. You're on everybody else's stories at home, and you see people
drinking.
drinking. So it's like you can't go into a hole and just like go to the movies all day. I mean, I guess you could, but that's still like. So that's
it's
why
still not addressing the issue
facing
of what it is.
So nothing. So like when we go out, like you even if everybody at our table's not drinking, everybody else.
I can hear it. It'd be sometimes hearing ice ping in the glass just makes me.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
it's a PTSD.
It's so weird.
We can do what we can do, but again, when you go out to
no, but this is an even bigger thing. This is an even bigger thing that I'm not even thinking about. Now I am focused more than ever on stand-up. I go out Monday to perform in a room full of people.
The first thing you literally, especially,
bro.
Like one thing about our tour that is not the case, what makes it very different. When you go into a stand-up comedy club and you are performing, they show you to the green room first. The first thing they do, food and drinks is on us.
And it's free.
And it pretty much I cannot and will not ever drink before I go on stage. But most comedians, if they're not drinking on stage, which a lot of them do in regular clubs, they are in the green room.
Absolutely.
Drinking.
And then sometimes just as an act of genuine love, sometimes patrons will come up to you, oh, you are hilarious. Get you a drink, man. What you drinking?
Yeah, I didn't know that when I first started comedy. I'm like, why do people keep doing it? Like, they have to tell me like, hey, if you do a good set, people want to buy you a drink.
Right, I've dealt with that. So like now it's just like, you know what I mean? Because it's just like it's one of those things where like, yeah, if I eat some donuts, I eat some chicken, like it's cool. Like I can
now
get
to
back
me,
to that.
here's my thing about this, and probably not the best advice, but until you get the other part, AA meetings are free, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have the choice, if you're like, look, man, it's a Hennessy or Coke and Skittles, I'd rather
Coke and Skittles every day.
Yeah, like don't lose your mind.
Right.
But if you can't afford regular therapy, which you probably can if you set your money up, you could. I fell up the stairs.
Up the stairs?
It was at the SOB show.
You're on your friend.
It was super dark.
No, you weren't on your phone.
No, I was just walking.
What comes to do fell upstairs?
No, I fell up the stairs and hit my forearm on the corner of the metal stairs. Broke my forearm.
They were steep though.
Yeah, they were. So anyway, AA is for the coping mechanisms of I don't want to drink.
Right.
I need to have, like kind of reps in football. Like, you jump from college to the NFL, everybody's faster, defenses are more complex. The only thing you can do is take the reps. So AA is for the coping mechanisms of alcoholism, right? And to stop drinking. Therapy is for the coping mechanism of the trigger that led to alcoholism. So you've got to put that therapy.
That tag team duo going on.
Yes. Because
and I've never done that because I was I just never really hopped into AA. Maybe now it's time.
Yes. You have to give yourself that opportunity to recover. You've had surgery, right? But after surgery comes rehab.
Right.
And you rehab the ability to just, like I was watching this thing on Amazon about soccer, like I'm really getting into soccer. And this dude who came to the team, he had torn ACL. And I never wonder why like it takes 6 months. The first period is the just actual healing of the like muscle, right? The actual just the tendons, like swelling to go down, blah blah blah. And that 6 weeks don't even put no weight on it. Like Kevin Durant right now, no weight.
No walking on it. No.
Then it's just walking. Just getting back to putting the natural pressure. Then it's running.
Jogging,
running full speed. Then it's cutting. Then it's putting actual weights on. Then it's playing at full speed. And that's why it takes that much time, right?
Right. Because they actually do the surgery and then it's technically repaired right then, but it's going to take some time for it to
heal.
Well, even then, sometimes, like there's scar tissue. Like my brother tore his ACL last year. And initially he couldn't get the surgery right away because you got to wait for the swelling to go down after it happens. He gets the surgery and you can't even put anything on it because you want to make sure that it sets and when they go in, they're like retying stuff, and the regular, like strenuous activities that you would do that would put that kind of pressure on the knee, you can't do it right away because everything's still so tender. Yeah. And even then, like he's still not even like running on it. A year later, it'll be a year next month. Like, but he's like swimming. He's still doing little things to get it back to a re-strengthening position.
Did you say that it feels differently? Like
absolutely, it felt different. I mean, obviously, right when he got the surgery, but he says it feels a little different. But at the same time, he's still hesitant to put full speed,
exertion.
Yep.
So like,
and it's pronounced Sade, by the way.
Sade?
Yeah.
There's no H in her name.
But it's pronounced Sade. You people, Sade.
Sade.
Yeah, Sade. Sorry, when you said it,
they call her Sade.
Yes.
And there's no H in her name.
Don't do this now.
No, come on. You know English languages.
I know, but can you give me another example of a word?
Sean. The name Sean, S-E-A-N, pronounced Sean.
Jacques.
I hate the English language.
It's stupid.
English language is trash.
Really stupid.
So that was just yeah, man, I want to talk to you about that. And but
your curveballs are always life-threatening. It's not like, man, curveball, you know what? I kissed him on the mouth. That's my curveball. I failed. I hurt my hours. Your curveball.
I'm going back to rehab next week. I just had a whole weekend.
This is straight whiskey.
Yeah, so we cannot help you except love you.
Right.
But we can't prevent that. You can't prevent the triggers. We can't deal with the inner pain and hurt and angst of you. But yes. And I tore my ACL and it never recovered. It hurts. My knee hurts.
Never the same.
I can
because you didn't even do nothing to fix it.
Yeah, you probably did.
Well, they told me though. The dude was like, unless you plan on like going to the Olympics, you don't have to get surgery. Your body will heal naturally. But he did say when you tear that, surgery or not, you'll never perform at the optimal level.
How'd you tear your ACL?
I don't want to tell you. It's super.
Well, how were you doing? You was praise dancing and you tried to do the butterfly at the harmony part?
I felt the drums. It's a butterfly?
How did you do it?
Tear your ACL praise dancing. It's even worse, actually.
What?
We're on the right back. You might as well say it here.
3-on-3 basketball tournament at the church.
How old were you?
I was 18, 20 maybe, actually. I didn't marry at this time. I don't remember the exact year.
Okay.
Playing in the tournament, I shoot, right? Dude blocks my shot. I land so awkwardly, I tear my ACL.
He blocked your shot and tore your ACL?
Yeah, but he didn't hit me. He blocked. He was so strong. I was like, ah! So like,
he was like, man, get that junk out of here. He's like, it's my ACL, I know.
He pushed it back down. He didn't swat it. It was like, no, the ball. And the pressure. So then, to make matters worse, I go back to the church 2 years later that hosted the tournament, go downstairs in the fellowship hall. They got pictures of the tournament. I'm like, oh, snap, this is the tournament, man, because we won. There's a picture of it happening.
What?
Of me getting my shot blocked.
Kev just stank.
You got posterized?
Kev just stank face like.
Like you see my knee.
That's a good picture of the kid.
The dude was, first of all, his jumping ability. He's like, and I'm like, like a vampire seeing the light.
Who push that picture up?
That's what I was saying.
At a church, no less.
An injury happened.
The pastor's like, yeah, we got his ACL, to put that right there and show how God got healing powers.
So yeah.
But did he tell you that your knee would hurt for the rest of your life?
Basically. And I got a shoulder. I don't know if I've ever showed the right back this. This shoulder.
I'm so light skinned.
Man, what's going on up there?
You need to get some hard, get some sunlight.
I know you got tank tops. You can throw it on every once in a while, man.
Your arm probably light under there.
No.
Okay, though. You got a little light.
Your arm is light.
Your arm is way darker than yours.
Look at this.
Oh no.
Look at this part.
Oh no.
Josh probably too.
I see yours.
I'll be outside.
Oh,
look at the dog. Get over here.
Get it in.
Get over
It's
here.
a barber stand. I'll be working outside.
Because you trying to make it seem like it was just me, and it's all three of us.
Yeah.
You might
You
have
are the worst.
You might have
I'm
the
Mexican.
worst.
I'm lighter than
I'm
everybody.
a quarter Mexican.
Pull it up. I'm an eighth.
Look at this. Look at that. You're looking like
lighter.
Look at this. What you doing with Trevor Wallace's arms on?
So anyway, when I was a kid, I dislocated my shoulder playing football. I went to tackle somebody. The shoulder part pad, that has a part over here, it flipped up, and I landed on it.
Ooh.
So now it's like eternally, like, you see how it goes down?
Oh no!
Yeah. So when I lift weights and stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Put
man.
it back.
Put it back.
It be like that all the time. So there's no meat
definition here at all. Can you mix this with push-ups? Jesus.
When you
all the meat.
Wait, you benching 225? Where these arms at?
That's chest.
It is chest and
Let me
triceps.
see your muscle, man.
That's the bicep.
Let me see your
Focus on the wrong thing. But I'm just out here with injury. Greg be trying to train me like.
That's why I don't play organized sports as a 40-year-old man, because I feel like once you get over 33, you're gonna blow your ACL.
And people be trying too hard in organizing
bruh.
those sports, man.
Zeze played on the basketball team a couple years ago. I was at his practice, and their practice on one side of the gym, and on the other side, this kid, 14 years old, playing 15, playing 21 with his dad. So we was like, hey, you want to play 21? Because I was just shooting around. Oh yeah, man. So I'm, hooping, old, raggedy, washed. This 15-year-old Mexican kid with goggles on crosses me up. Boom. I open my hips to try to stop him. I hurt my hip from guarding this child.
He shook you out your hip?
He shook me out of hell. He was
like, your ankle's not your hip?
His hip was looking like his shoulder.
Sat down, untied my shoes. I was like, that's the last time I played basketball for real. Because this kid hurt me.
How old were you?
You hurt me. 30.
Yeah, I don't do it.
30 plus.
I don't play basketball at the gym. It's always some dude there.
Oh.
It's always a dude that be wearing jeans but got basketball shorts underneath and a basketball in his trunk at all times. With a Jordan logo tattooed on his thigh. Like, I don't want to know. He think he gonna still make it to the league by dunking on me. I ain't having it. You understand me? I ain't doing that. That's why I don't do none of that.
Flame now. Claim to fame. Fame.
What's going on, man?
This is just. Speaking of rappers who finally are off of probation, Meek Mill. So apparently, he didn't get it. He didn't get his case completely thrown out, which he should have. He eventually ended up pleading guilty to just the gun charge, though. And now he's officially off of probation 11 years later. Okay, I'm not. Get this guy.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know, man. Say something.
For him. I'm going to tell you what. This is something bad about Meek Mill, and I feel like we're here with family, so I can tell the truth.
If you were Meek Mill, it'd be Meek M-E-A-L.
Oh, man. Doughboy. Why are we doing a spelling?
Oh, boy. I was like, how do you spell Meek with an A and a L? But anyway, so every people on Twitter like, yo, you gotta check out this Meek documentary, man. Check it out.
It's on title?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
On Amazon Prime. Okay. It's provocative, man. You gotta check it out. It's some amazing investigative journalist stuff. I turned it on. Now I was just like,
Are you serious?
I was bored out of my mind.
Really?
And they were trying hard to capture, like, and then the judge, and this is the judge, and they caught the judge looking like walking through the door, like the Bigfoot pictures.
They put it in slow motion to be
right. And this judge had it out for him, and the cop. I mean, he had a whole thing, and I was just like,
it just wasn't really that. But you know, this was a terrible injustice.
I know.
They put the man on probation for something he didn't do.
And I turned to science.
So I'd rather hear the story.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. I'm not condoning
You did
that.
not turn off the Meek Mill documentary to watch Seinfeld.
Coffee shop.
You know the thing about toilet seats. When they're up, they're down.
Nah, if you were on a cartoon, you'd be Coonhauer.
What is going on,
Boomhauer,
man?
remember on Family Guy?
We didn't need to do this today. I feel bad for right back.
Coonhauer.
Your references.
Everybody's
I'd be
off.
just sick of bro, the sadness. I'd be tired.
You be tired of the sadness?
There's so much sadness on the world, on the timeline.
I'd rather watch a documentary about Meek's life than the whole criminal justice we know is bad.
No, Jerry.
With his hair?
You had a touch with the culture, man. You gotta watch that.
Man. I ain't watched the Khalid Browder one.
Now you know how I feel about football.
No.
Yeah, but you can wave that battle flag.
I don't think you have to watch every documentary.
What am I gonna do?
Get into soccer, man. Oh. Why? It's good, man.
You already got the Real jersey?
I do got the Real jersey.
You got Real?
With the 40.
You got a custom joint.
I put the number 40.
Oh, when we were in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where did you buy that from?
Adidas store.
Adidas store.
In Spain?
Yes. They have
I
Adidas
thought Real
stores.
Madrid was... Oh, no, that's Barcelona. That's Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. What Adidas store?
By
We went to the mall. There was a mall
one
right
by the...
Oh,
next mall.
yeah. Ah, Liz said Meat Mill would have been better.
Ah.
Meat Mill.
Okay. How much time do we have left? Y'all are just out here.
What time is it? I'm good,
I'm
dog.
here, man.
You're. What do you expect out of us?
Your energy and your astute attention to detail.
Is my energy low?
Yes.
I'm trying to work on not over talking you. Cause let me talk about this for a second.
Don't give me the finger like I'm involved.
No, you just reminded me of this. Our Popeyes chicken sandwich video garnered us a lot more fans on the Kev on Stage page, and a lot of them are male, and I think they came from ADD.
What? Somebody at the door? Open it.
Oh, it's probably Doug.
Can you make sure
Yeah,
it's not an axe killer?
No, it's Doug. Is it past 6:30?
What up? How you doing, man?
He's supposed to bring me some shoes here.
We're shooting
Some
something.
shoes or them heels.
You're good,
The stilettos that you have on.
Doug!
Hey.
This is my stylist. Doughboy don't be liking the clothes.
Yo, what was up with that?
That's Tom Ford!
It's the
Yeah,
bag.
I wore the red
It's just the
shirt
bag.
with
It's just the bag.
With
Just
the,
relax.
oh, yeah,
It's just
Tom
the
Ford
bag.
in there?
There's some things in here.
Bring me stuff in that. By the way,
What was up with
these
that?
jeans,
A little tight.
pick me up 2 more pairs.
What?
2 more.
Bro, they're polyester. They got
They
spandex in
It's
them.
like what? It's
So
like
they're-
what?
I need a link. I need a link.
So yeah.
They,
I need a link.
they look like they're
Yeah.
skinny
Well,
jeans.
you're wearing them like pirate pants. They're
You
not
put them up like
capris.
capris?
Why are you doing
No,
that?
I just had them under the table.
Oh,
I was
okay.
getting some air in my ankles.
Oh.
But they look like they're skinny jeans, but they look. I can do this in them.
I need those.
Bro,
Yeah.
black,
What-
for real, Doug. 2 more pairs. Because
Hold
good
on.
black jeans, I be having like 4 or 5
Well,
pairs.
I want a link too. Can
Nah,
I?
man. You ain't got big trunk
Hey,
like me.
what type of connection you got into the Burlington world? I need some stuff.
I actually used to
He
do
be
their
saying I don't have
commercials.
no style. Bro, you don't have no style.
Now that shirt you had him in last episode, I don't know. The
You're
shirts.
the only one.
What's the
It's like-
which one?
so here's
With the
that,
red pair shirt and the,
So here's that like a pajama shirt.
Wait,
So
which,
you don't
which
know.
stripe? Which stripe?
the red and white pair shirt with the
Oh,
blue. You don't know. Look at this.
It's okay.
Look
It's
at this
okay.
whole thing. Look at
It's
this
okay.
shit.
That shirt was lit.
It's
No disrespect to your work, but that shirt was lit.
Yeah.
All right.
your
You gotta check out
It
your
looked like a dress shirt slash.
You don't know fashion.
You don't look good in stripes.
Wait, the one you wore yesterday?
I loved it.
The one you wore yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
I was
great.
happy with it. My
Yeah.
wife.
I know you're better than me.
Let me tell you what.
No
With
disrespect.
black
She likes
jeans.
it.
Who?
Melissa.
Ah,
Let me tell you what.
Court
When your
is
wife-
dismissed at that point.
Yeah.
Nobody else's opinion matters.
Yeah.
Once Melissa was like, I like the beard. All the comments that people, it don't connect, bro.
Right, I don't see
He
it.
ain't shaved it
I don't
yet.
see it.
She gives up the butt. That's the person who gives up the butt. Their decision, their thought process. If she
one.
told me cut one half of the beard off and stop it
It's
in the middle,
off. It's already off.
I just like
She looks away. She turns back. The beard's gone.
No, I keep this half.
That's what
and
I'm
this
saying.
clean.
That's what I'm saying. That half is gone. By the time she goes here, it's already off.
Like it. Are you gonna give up the butt? That's what you want from me?
Oh
But I
man.
need to get past just wearing merch shirt. I be lazy. And I be going to meetings and stuff. You can't just be wearing.
No, I get that. No, you have been looking better. It's just that one shirt. I was like, man.
But you don't know. I ain't never seen you dress and been like.
Yes, you have.
No.
Yes, you have.
I have not.
You've never said I wore a nice outfit.
No.
And we have known each other almost 5 years.
You can't even give a straight face, though.
Really?
Mhm.
In 5 years, never once nice.
Never
What about
once.
that suit that I wore to the?
You still had the tag on it.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
Swag. I was
He
swag.
thought it was like, oh, I thought.
Swag.
First of all, he got it from pennies. Or
It was a Steve Harvey suit.
oh.
That's top of the line there, baby.
I don't think Steve Harvey would even wear
Steve
it.
Harvey don't even wear Steve Harvey suits.
What?
Harvey just gets the bag.
You know,
You should get a stylist.
it's okay.
Let invest in
Just don't
yourself.
put me in those shirts like that one you put him in.
Nah, you gotta trust the
Put me in
style,
other
bro.
things.
Because Doug, we know what color.
No, I'm not. Right, I'm not gonna steer you wrong.
I'ma holler at you, man.
Steer nobody wrong.
But for real, Doug, can you give me 2 more of these? I'm
Yeah.
about to replace my Levi's because Levi's they don't have no.
Wait,
And
I want
also,
some.
one of
I want
those
some.
black jeans that have lycra in it, they don't fade as easily.
No, they don't.
I need some jeans
It
that
just
don't bleed.
depends. It depends on what kind of jeans they are.
And what type of stuff do you
Let's
do?
talk
Like,
to Doug after,
do
man.
you do mostly like jeans, shirts, shoes?
Like
Bras,
right.
panties.
You get so crafty.
You was teeing it up.
I'll let y'all do y'all thing.
All right.
Here it goes. Let's knock it out.
Go.
All right.
What was I gonna tell you?
That you really do think that I can dress, and you were just kidding moments ago when you said I never look nice.
I was just gonna tell you before Doug came in. What was it?
What were we on? We're on Meek. We're on Seinfeld. We're on soccer. We were on Barcelona, jerseys, Adidas, Nike.
Adidas.
No, it's none of that.
It's literally all this.
It's gone. It's gonna come back to me in the middle of another thought.
No, it's probably
Popeyes video.
Oh yeah, you said we did.
Popeyes, the amount of
Popeyes
fans,
got us a bunch of
fans.
that's
Come on, Josh.
Come on, right? No, that was
Come
right
on,
back. That was right back. That was right back. That was right back.
Okay.
So people, I know these fans are new because they were like, I think Kevin really doesn't like DoBoys.
Oh,
Look, you saw? Look at the way he treats
he's
him.
just so upset with him.
It's cringe the way he treats DoBoy. I don't like it.
It's cringe.
Oh, so one girl was like, DoBoy needs to rebuke all these men out of his life. Clearly they don't like him.
Okay.
Ma'am.
I responded to that girl. I was like, you have not been on tour with him. you
I thought you were gonna say something defending me. I don't know how much he talks.
But that's the thing. That's the only thing about, and I feel like we get like spoiled with the Rat Pack because they get it. Like they know
right our
the dynamic.
Right,
they know
right.
all this stuff. When people are new,
And I do get
you know what
offended.
else I realized about you? The people who get mad, it's women, and they like you. It's always like I got a crush on him, and they treat.
They be sliding. You just leave them on red,
You
man.
be leaving people on red on the DM.
I think but this is what I was saying. No, this. Dang it. Okay.
I love you, and that I don't know that doesn't come across in every video. But like when you was on your phone, I was like, bro,
You got real mad.
yes, this is our show. This is our
We
show.
had guests.
Well, in my defense, I didn't know you were getting
mauled on
because I was like, well, let's
start it out.
let's see what's up.
Yeah.
I'll be in some comment. What up, Mr. Fool? You want to put your
Nah, that be the thing that people be saying, man, and it really bothers me when people say that about you because you know how much I thank you too much for what you do. So it's just like that really irks me because
right back being there, like telling people to shut up too.
People gotta just learn how to chill. Plus, you gotta just also just man, let us just. Oh, that's what I want to do. I kept forgetting the thought I want to say. I wanted to clear up this Donana story. First of all, I know I told the Donana story.
Mm-hmm.
If you happen to come on my live, and I have my child with me, can you not bring up Donana, guys? I don't think nobody from the White Pack would.
I don't think they would.
I'm up there with my kids. They're like Donana. My kids is obviously like, "What's Donana, Dad?" I'm like,
Someone brought. Let's tell you about the gifts that someone brought to.
She's in the video. Well, girl brought the banana and rolled.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
so
yeah.
this is getting too far, guys.
So let me clear this up. Maybe we can take this one part out and put this as a teaser for the episode. When I told the story about eating the banana out of the hoo-ha, let me explain what happened. Because I think people, they're just like, you ate that banana. Let me explain what happened. The banana was halfway unpeeled.
You're going through the logic of this right
She
now.
took the part that was still peeled and put it there.
No,
And then I ate the banana. So I didn't it wasn't like she put the banana
You
there.
broke
It's just
down
unsanitary.
the contact and
And then I
non-contact.
ate it.
It wasn't a contact
Wasn't
sport,
that
guys.
bad?
It wasn't a contact
Right?
sport.
What you gotta understand is the unpeeled part of the banana is in the punana. She ever peels it, sticks it up. I'm eating the peeled part.
Yes.
I mean, technically it's inside, but it's outside.
Right.
It's in it. It's in and out.
There you go. So I wanted to clear that up. So why are you making that disgust face?
Because you said in and out. I was like, I don't know about that.
Angelica's, that's what we thought. It's still disgusting.
Yeah, all right.
We know exactly what you meant. Yeah, final.
Yeah, Donana, we get it. All right.
Fruit out of a strange woman's vulva. But listen, you're mistaking me. It wasn't all the way there.
I didn't even tell you too. When I was up there, I did the Doughboy dance too. I represented.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. And I'm out. They didn't know what the hell I was doing. They was clapping like they knew the dance. I was like, y'all don't know this dance. Is that everything?
The Popeyes.
What about it? Okay.
So you heard that they are sold out.
I've never seen anything like that.
They weren't
Side
ready.
note, a lot of people are crediting us for really, I know we weren't the
Yeah.
first, but we pretty much did like 5 mil across
No,
our platforms.
yeah,
We're on Warstar too.
Really?
Yes.
They didn't tag
And
it.
then no, but guess what they did?
The whole video?
They put the hyperlink in. That's how we got a bunch more views on the YouTube.
And that's probably why so many
Yeah.
people who weren't our fans.
Yes.
They were like, they're sitting on the floor. And I was
Exactly.
like, you guys
Yeah.
are.
So yo,
But there's a message. There's a message in
oh
there.
wait, no, a 2-minute message?
I don't know if it's a 2-minute message, but the Lord had dropped something in my spirit concerning the Popeyes, and I just wanted to impart that to the people.
Come on,
Thus
Kev,
saith
tell the
Lord. Now
congregation.
watch this.
Okay.
Watch this with the Popeye situation and prepare your life. Amen.
Amen.
Now listen, sometimes Amen. God is gonna bless you in a way that you're not prepared. Oh, come on! You had a kingpin of the chicken south. Oh, she had gone unchallenged for years. It was an unwritten rule, amen, that this place was the best. But God has birthed something in you that is able to unseat the king. Okay. Now watch this. Now watch this. God has blessed you with the ability, the gift, the talent, the creativity to dethrone the king. But here's what you got to understand. Popeyes, now watch this. This is the key. Popeyes, for years, had a bad reputation for bad customer service. 10-minute wait on the spicy. People being upset here and there. Watch this. Popeyes, we accepted all these spicy. How come y'all ain't never got no spicy ready? Upset cooks. See, now listen. What Popeyes was not prepared for was how much God can bless you.
Come on,
God.
Come on, Kev.
There's something in you. It's gonna do better. You know, the Bible says he's able now unto him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above all you could ever ask or think. Oh, when they put that chicken sandwich in the test kitchen, they hoped for the best. They did not prepare for what God had planned for them. Now watch this. Watch this.
Come on, Kev.
When you are not prepared out of season, when God blesses you, you will not be prepared to handle it.
Come on, Kev. Talk to him, Kev.
Now look at this. Look at this. I'm finna close. Popeyes just announced today that they're stopping selling the chicken sandwich. They can't handle the demand. They've got to regroup. They're sold out all across the nation. They're not really sold out, but they couldn't handle it. Now, if you don't have the integrity, the character, and the preparation out of season, when you get blessed by God, it will backfire.
Woo! Let's go, K-Fred.
If you don't have the integrity before God blesses you, your greatest blessing will turn into your demise. Now you've got angry customers because you're not ready to fulfill demand. People are upset. They're fighting. What should have been your blessing is now your problem. What should have been your future is now your past. Now you got what you thought you wanted. But you weren't prepared for what God gave you. Make sure your character and preparation can keep you before God blesses you. If you don't have the character to withstand the Hollywood industry, when God gives it to you, it'll destroy your character. How many of us have seen people who were happy with fame before they got fame? Cardi B, I wish I had my own life. Because what you're not prepared for is just how many eyeballs are on you. And you didn't even see when God has to bless you. God bless Popeyes so much, they got $23 million in media that they did not pay for. The Bible says favor ain't.
Come on, Kev. Keep it together, Kev.
Come on, Kev.
Favor ain't fair.
Woo!
Prepare yourself out of season
Come on.
for your in season. And make sure your chicken breast is seasoned.
Come on, Kev.
Spicy.
Come on, Kev.
All over the building.
Come on, Kev.
All over the building.
Kevin.
Standing. Oh, God gave that to me today.
Come on. And you know what? This whole episode I was getting on you, and you had that message just stewing in you and cooking up like the salad.
And they're not going to get that when it comes back.
You don't get that type of buzz no more. It'll be over with. You missed it.
They could have changed
the game.
It
could have been like Little Caesars and then just that's they hot and ready.
But
We don't sell
them old habits, because you were never prepared.
Come on, that was a side note. I know I can be a prisoner of the moment. That was the best 2-minute message you ever did.
Say that every
in my
time.
life. That was.
That either means DoBoys are prisoner of the moment, or they get better.
Nah, you
every time.
This was, this is. Let me just say this. Listen to this.
I'm listening.
This is why I love our podcast. This is why I love our family. This is why I love the Patreon, the Right Pack, because this is a podcast. But like we be knowing, sometimes news, current events that don't be. I love being able just to come here and talk to my family. That was bothering me about the drinking thing, and I could have talked to you on the phone, but I'm like, I want to talk to the family.
And they was in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and read all the comments. You know
Mug link. I'll pull the link and put it in the thing. I forgot.
Someone said Rev on stage. I like that.
Come on in here.
Rev on stage?
Come on in here.
I like that.
Oh, snap.
What happened? Uh-oh.
Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank was in a boating accident that killed 2 people.
He wasn't one of them, was he?
No. It looks like he hit somebody.
Oh
Was
no.
he under the influence?
I don't know. I just saw it on my Google.
What's you looking for?
I'm looking for the link for the right back. I gotta make sure I put this in there. All right, I'm putting in the Patreon right now.
Right now. Oh, side
Right
note.
now.
Can I say this? I don't want to.
Are you sure? Because you be putting yourself in position.
I ain't gonna say it.
You don't even have to.
I
ain't
hate
gonna
when
do
you do
I
that.
ain't
It
gonna
makes
You
it
don't have
that
to.
much worse.
And then we look bad for letting you. People was in the comments. Why you let?
I didn't care about the story about my drawers. That was funny to me.
But they were mad at us.
Y'all gotta understand, I would not be around these dudes like this if I ain't like them. Ain't nobody gotta be like, these are my brothers. Like, don't y'all, that's how brothers be acting. These are my guys.
All right.
Come on, y'all.
All right.
You gotta know.
All right. We'll see y'all.
I thought we were gonna say something else. That's it?
No, you were the one that was gonna say something.
What? Alright, well, this has been another great installment of Righteous and Ratchet. I feel much better. I feel like my spirit has been cleansed.
Do something different.
I'm back in the gym. I've been with Amaya twice this week.
Okay, that's
Monday
great.
and Wednesday.
But
AA meetings.
Root
Yes.
AA meetings.
Yes.
Followed by readjust your budget to
Yes.
incorporate therapy. Therapy needs to be your most important bill after rent, because that's your well-being.
Right.
Rent, therapy, everything else. No more
And this
change.
is what I can ask. How about this? And can I
Why are
give
you wearing 2 watches?
everybody always asks me that.
One's a Fitbit.
One is a Fitbit to keep them
But
steps.
it tells time though.
Huh?
It tells time.
Right.
Is this what
Yeah.
you've been telling the time?
But that's
Yes.
50,000 on the wrist.
This
though.
tells time.
That's true.
It's not the right time, but it tells time. It's like 2 times a day. So yes. Oh, but this is the one caveat I want to ask for the barbecue that we're gonna have, and I think this is a good happy medium.
What?
You tell me what you think about it. How about, and I'll buy them. Everybody that drinks beer is drinking red cups.
Okay.
That's it. And then
What is it? How does that?
then I won't know what anybody is drinking in their cup. I don't want people to not. If there are people there that are drinking, if everybody has red cups, I don't know who's drinking what, and then we're all just drinking out of red cups.
Just write your name on your drink.
Yeah, I'll just write Doughboy on my cup so I don't end up with a mouthful of Hennessy.
All right, we love you.
And are we gonna document that for the R&R adventures? All right, so me versus Tahir on the barbecue tip, and me and Kev versus Tahir and Tony on spades.
Yes.
We'll videotape that. We love y'all.
Bye bye.
Are we getting off with the right pack too? Oh, they're the only ones.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Goodbye.